Oh, uh, the oyster's like stuck in my throat.
Welcome to Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and like many of the major cities in this amazing country, there are many night markets scattered throughout with each offering something unique to experience and foods to eat. Tonight, I'm at Kaohsiung's Liuhe Night Market, and I'm going to be taking you with me on a foodie adventure to indulge in many of the savory and sweet street food delights offered up at this vibrant night market that is popular amongst visitors of Kaohsiung. Let's get started.
Okay guys, so we just made it down from Fuganshan. What we wanted to do is actually come to one of the night markets here in Kaohsiung, and there's two famous night markets. The first one we actually try to go to is called Rufang, and it's actually closed on Mondays, unfortunately. So we had the cab driver take us out to the next popular one, which is called Liuhe Night Market. And it's actually a night market that spans across 2 blocks along one major street, it seems. It is a Monday night during Mid-Autumn Festival here in Taiwan, so it's not super crowded, at least for now. But maybe later on tonight, as we progress through the night market, we'll start to see the crowds develop. So if you've been following us along on our journey here in Taiwan, we've actually been to a few different night markets. We've eaten most of the same thing, but one of the things we want to try is actually something different this time. So we saw this stall called Fried Big Squid, and it's actually operated by the same owner. He also runs the boba tiger milk tea shop right next to it. So I think those two are meant to be eaten and drank hand in hand. So we're actually going to try this fried squid. It's actually a squid that's battered in a bread mix of some sort, and they deep fry it and they cut it up for you. So there's also some other options. There's some miniature crabs, some king oyster mushrooms that you can buy as well to kind of go with the mixture of food that you order from this location. Pretty neat. Now, not every night market in Taiwan is the same. Some of them allow motorbikes and cars potentially to drive through. I personally prefer the ones that don't have that, just for safety reasons. We have a little one with us, especially when it gets really crowded out here. So it could be kind of dangerous, but you just have to have extra precaution when coming to these types of environments.
We came across a food vendor selling flamethrower torch chunks of beef steak that looked mouth-watering juicy, so we ordered some to try.
Just standing about 5 feet away from him, I can feel the heat from that flamethrower. Okay. Yes, chili? Yes. So we ordered the medium size, which is going to cost us 150 Taiwan dollars, about $4.50, $5 US. 谢谢. Thank you. Hey guys, got my steak, Taiwanese style. So what we're doing right now, we're just accumulating a bunch of foods, and we're gonna go find a spot to stand or sit and eat them all together. So one of the very first few items we ordered was this little pork dried jerky from this lovely couple that was very nice. They offered us a bunch of samples. I'm here again to say hi. There's honey flavor, garlic flavor. I believe there's some spicy flavored ones as well. Whatever suits your palate. But if you're ever visiting this night market in Kaohsiung, come and say hi to them. It's really, really good stuff. So another item we have yet to have at any of the night markets on this trip is the Oyster Omelets. And there's definitely a good line of people waiting to order from them, so we imagine it's got to be pretty good. Oh, and they also have the soup dumplings, the silong baos. So they have kind of the 2 best items that you can order in terms of Taiwanese street foods. Needless to say, we're actually going to wait in line, get our order in, and maybe find a seat to start digging into some of the goodies that we've ordered so far. This particular stall has got to be pretty famous because there's big tables and every table is occupied, and then you have people ordering to go as well. And we are actually sitting down. We decided to kind of take advantage of the tables that they offer for their customers, and then we can also use this table to eat some of the other items that we purchased so far. Hey guys, I'm actually going to dig into these soup dumplings. They garnish it with some ginger. I wish they had some chili, but I don't see any. I'm just going to go ahead and go with the soy sauce vinegar. Now it's pretty warm. Normally you don't want to just put the whole thing in your mouth because it can scorch you. But we've ordered it for a few minutes now, so it should be okay. It's comparable to Din Tai Fung. The dumpling skin is actually a little bit thicker than what you would get at a Din Tai Fung, but flavor is on par. Dig in for another one.
Okay, I'll give you some water.
Oh, yeah, let me make sure I get the oyster with it though. You see that oyster right there, guys? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. That sauce is sweet, a little bit peanutty because I think they drizzle it with like some chopped up
Right
peanuts.
here, feed yourself. What?
The oyster's like stuck in my throat. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's really, really good. They put a bunch of like little vegetables in there. I think it's what is that? Like Napa cabbage or something, or just some form of cabbage? Yeah, very, very simple, but very, very tasty. All right, so next, try some of this simple pork fried rice. I don't believe that's Spam. I think it's just Taiwanese sausage, perhaps. What you would expect. Salty, savory, like any other fried rice you've ordered from a typical Chinese restaurant, if you will. So good balance out though too with some of the very, very flavorful oyster omelet. Take another bite. So we're actually going to try the fried items that we ordered from that big fried squid shop. My wife didn't actually order the squid. We're actually just generally not huge fans of squid. So instead of the squid, we ordered the deep fried oysters, which they drench with some like Dijon looking mustard sauce. And then also the little baby crabs, the mini crabs. So we're going to try this deep fried oyster first. Okay. That sauce is definitely like a mustard, honey mustard sauce. And you can taste the rawness or the oyster aroma, but it doesn't taste nasty, right? It's very, very fresh. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is actually try one of those deep fried crab legs.
Okay, I can this is
Completely edible. I like the oyster better than the crab though. I'm a huge fan of crab myself, but this particular dish from that stall, I think the oyster takes the trophy. This one right here with that honey Dijon mustard sauce. Good. Good. There we go. Like what you would get at any steakhouse. Not overpowering in terms of flavor. They drizzled it with a little bit of salt. The meat is a little bit tough. The fat is a little bit tough, and so it's not super tender like you would bite into like a prime or choice quality ribeye, right? But it's just can't complain, right? Pretty good overall. So that was really good. I would say out of all the items that we sampled, the oyster omelet with that sweet chili sauce was the best from this particular night market for us. Now, every item that we ordered was full of flavor, so we actually need to drench and quench our thirst with something sweet and refreshing. We're trying to find papaya milk here in the night market, but we have yet to see that. Okay, so we got desperate. We couldn't find papaya milk, so we ended up getting some sugarcane juice, which looks really, really good. How much did that cost, babe?
40.
It's refreshing though, right? They put a good amount of ice in there? Okay, let me try it out. Very cold. And normally some of these types of drinks can be loaded with sugar, but this tastes like all natural sugarcane juice. Now, one of the things I have yet to try ever is, whether on this trip or previous trips to Asia, is Stinky Tofu, which is infamous here in Taiwan. I have yet to smell it at this night market, but it is something I do want to try. Now, there are different levels of Stinky Tofu depending on how much you like it fermented. Now, for me, I'll probably go with level 0, right? It's one of those things where every time I smell it, I just can't do it.
Unfortunately, our quest to try Stinky Tofu was yet again another fail on our visit here to this particular night market.
As we were getting ready to leave the night market, we found the Papaya Milk shop that we were looking for. It's pretty famous to my understanding because they have 2 bulletins on each side with pictures of famous people. So we have to try it. We're not going to come back to this market for a while. There was a long line of folks earlier on, so we're actually the last customer currently. So, and there we go at the Papaya Milk.
Very delicious.
Okay.
Famous,
And,
very
famous people.
Taiwan presented.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Yeah. And so the lady was obviously trying to promote her brand very well. I don't think she needs to promote it because I think a lot of people know about this place. So, you know, we're just happy to try it. We're happy we found it. Very refreshing. I know we just had that sugarcane juice, but the flavor tastes like papaya. A little bit of sweet. I can tell they probably add some flavored sugar in there. It's also on the buttery side as well, so it's a little bit mixture of juice and smoothie. But it's very, very good. If you should definitely hit it up when you come visit this night market.
As self-proclaimed foodies who appreciate the street food scene and vibrant energy of Asian night markets, coming here was definitely a highlight of our trip to Kaohsiung. Although this night market is often dismissed as being touristy and pricey, we genuinely enjoyed our time here and felt the same vibrant spirit that we've come to appreciate from many of the other popular night markets throughout the country of Taiwan. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel to check out my food and travel journey.